What's up, guys? I'm Ryan the Cyber Hobbit, and I just got done doing my quarterly cleaning of my collection, and it's occurred to me that I've never actually made a tour video before. So I thought I would fix that, and in this video go around and talk about every single item and where I got them from. So if you like The Lord of the Rings, if you like Tolkien related content, if you like collectibles, you may enjoy this video. I've always put off making a video like this because I thought I would wait until I got my collection just perfect and then make a video, but it's never ending. There's always more things to get, there's always more things to rearrange, so I just needed to pick a spot and go ahead and do this. I will probably be doing this yearly. I'll make another one around this time next year where I'll show where my collection is then. That seems to be the trend with Lord of the Rings collectors. So, yeah, let's go. I'm not exactly sure the best way to do this, so I'm just going to pick a spot and start talking. If I miss something while I'm going around, I'll probably circle back to it at some point, as I'll double check and make sure I have everything in my collection featured in this video. So probably the best place to start would be right here in the middle, where I create all of my YouTube videos. The pipe on the left here is Bilbo's pipe from the Noble Collection, sitting on a custom stand that I found on Etsy. The Prancing Pony beer mug and the Green Dragon beer mug I both found on Etsy as well, though I've seen a lot of these in various places online. The middle box is the Arkenstone that I got from Badali Jewelry, which I also found on Etsy. I found one of those ring boxes on Amazon, gutted it, and put it inside the box so that way when I open and close the box, it turns a light on. The key at the bottom is the Key of Erebor, which I got from Weta Workshop. And then on the right here, we have the Gandalf the Grey Noble Collection pipe with, again, a custom stand that I found on Etsy. This all sits on a barrel table that I found on Etsy, as well as a Lord of the Rings round rug that I found on Etsy. Now let's head around to the side here, where I have a whole variety of items. Starting with this little pedestal table, in the middle is the Saruman Miniature statue from Weta Workshop. On the left is the Ringwraith Miniature statue from Weta Workshop. On the right is the 1/8 scale Lurtz from Asmus Toys. And in the back is the 1/6 scale Ringwraith of Mordor statue, also from Weta Workshop. To the left of this pedestal, I have this floating shelf that has the Figures of Fandom, Witch King of Angmar, also from Weta Workshop. Moving on, here you'll see the 1/6 scale Enraged Gollum from Weta Workshop, followed by the Dwarven Treasure coin set from the Noble Collection. And then on the left, we have Bert the Troll miniature statue from Weta Workshop. Behind the Dwarven coins is the Elven Brooch from Noble Collection. The brooch sits on Hadhafang, the sword of Arwen and Elrond from United Cutlery. And behind the sword, you can obviously see my collection of books. I have the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings box set, illustrated edition from 2020. Then we have the Great Tales of Middle-earth, Children of Húrin, Beren and Luthien, the Fall of Gondolin, followed by the Unfinished Tales and the Silmarillion. Wedged between these books is a Lord of the Rings Middle-earth laser-cut lamp that I found on Etsy. Above these books, I have the Phial of Galadriel prop replica from Weta Workshop, followed by another miniature statue, the Moria Orc from Weta Workshop. And then mounted on the wall, we have the Sword of Thranduil, the Elven King by United Cutlery. Continuing up the wall, we have the Bearded Axe of Gimli from United Cutlery. Next to it is the Sword of Fili from United Cutlery. And then in the middle, we have the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth map that I found on Amazon. And then next to that, we have the Sword of Kili from United Cutlery. And then to the left of that is the Mace of Sauron from United Cutlery. And hidden inside of the wall mount is the One Ring of Power. And last but not least, at the very top above the map, we have the short bow of Legolas Greenleaf from The Hobbit. Sitting in the corner of the room is my Grail, the Prime 1 Studios 1/4 scale The Dark Lord Sauron. I still can't get over how amazing this piece looks. It's very easy to call this my favorite piece of my entire collection. And unfortunately, sort of hidden in the corner, is Gandalf's staff from The Hobbit by United Cutlery. And it also has a button on the side that turns on some LEDs. To the left of that, we have the fighting knives of Legolas from United Cutlery. Also a bit hidden by Sauron is the Mirkwood Infantry Sword by United Cutlery. And to the left of that is a question I get a lot. It is a custom lantern wall sconce by Black Market Interiors on Etsy. And just to be clear, I actually added the flame bulb that I found on Amazon by Wystop. And below that we have the Rivendell Elf Helmet by United Cutlery. Continuing left, we then have the Sword of Sam by United Cutlery. And then just below that is the Foehammer, the Beater, Glamdring. This was used by Gandalf. And next is the Elven Sword Orcrist, also known as the Goblin Cleaver, used by Thorin Oakenshield. At the very top is a very cool source of light named the Gandalf Lamp. I found this on Etsy and it was a 3D printed creation made by Paste Ship Designs. I added a Philips Hue bulb so that way I can change its color. Below that is the Dream Sphere, the Heart, an Arkenstone replica created by John Lowe. And it's encased in a 3D printed wall mount that I created. And below that is a Gondor banner flag that I found on eBay. Then to the left, we have the Sword of Boromir by United Cutlery. And below that is another United Cutlery sword that was reforged from the shards of Narsil, the Flame of the West, Anduril, wielded by Aragorn. I also hung an Evenstar Necklace on it that I got from the Noble Collection. Next we have the famous Elven short sword, Sting from United Cutlery. And no, it doesn't glow blue. Similar to Anduril, I hung the One Ring by Noble Collection on it. Below that is the helmet of King Isildur from United Cutlery. And then back at the top, we have the fighting knives of Turiel, also from United Cutlery. And then to the left of that is the Moria Staff of Gandalf, also by, you guessed it, United Cutlery. And similar to the other staff, it also glows at the top. And then the final United Cutlery item on this wall is the Sword of Bard the Bowman. Below that is a Felbeast diorama that I actually made myself. It's a 3D printed creation that took me about 2 months to make. It really is amazing what you can do with a $200 FDM printer. Next, on top of my curio cabinet, I have my collection of 1/6 scale dwarves from The Hobbit. Going from left to right, we have Ori, Kili, Gloin, Balin, Thorin, Bombur, Dwalin, Dori, and Bifur. Also seen here is another little 3D printed creation I made of one of the orcs from the Rankin Bass Hobbit cartoon movie. And inside the curio cabinet, I have my collection of Asmus 1/6 scale collectible figures. Starting from the left, we have Aragorn, Gandalf, Frodo, Legolas, Gimli, and last on the right, Thorin. I should mention, I have a lot of these that are still in boxes, so if you see one that you want me to unbox, let me know in the comments. And below the 1/6 scale Asmus figures, I have a lot of the environment pieces from Weta Workshop. I made my own Hobbit themed display riser for them in one of my other videos, so if you're interested, check that out. I still have a lot of the Hobbit holes in boxes, so I'm gonna have to expand this one day. Moving to the other wall, up top I have a floating shelf that has all kinds of 1/4 scale helmets from Weta Workshop. I can't even begin to tell you how difficult it was for me to film this part. Let's just say it could have ended very badly. I still have about 13 of these that I haven't unboxed, so I'll be doing future videos on those as well. And below the floating shelf, I have the High Elven Warrior Sword from United Cutlery. And just below that on the right, I have the map that's seen in The Hobbit from Weta Workshop. I put this in a frame that I got from art2frames.com. And then just to the left of that is the contract that Bilbo signs in The Hobbit. I also put this inside of a frame that I got from Art2Frames as well. And just to the left of the contract is the Mirkwood double-bladed polearm from United Cutlery. Then to the left is the life-size replica, the Gauntlet of Sauron by United Cutlery. I unfortunately lost the little circle medallion that has the edition number on it, so I 3D modeled and printed another one. That's why it might look a little bit different. This is definitely one of my favorite United Cutlery pieces. Back over on the right is the Horn of Gondor, a life-size replica from United Cutlery. And yes, it actually is functional, even though I'm horrible at playing it.
The Horn of Gondor.
And just to the left of that is the Morgul Dagger Blade from The Hobbit by United Cutlery. Below that to the right are Dwalin's Axes by Weta Workshop. I really like the map featured on plaques on Weta Workshop weapon replicas. And then on the floating shelf next to it is the 1/6 scale Bilbo Baggins at his desk by Weta Workshop. This is such an amazing little piece. definitely one of my favorite 1/6 scale statues. Then to the left on this half barrel table is the 1/6 scale Bard the Bowman by Weta Workshop. Below Bard are some coins from Smaug's treasure pouch, the Mirkwood Cell Key, and Thorin's pipe, all prop replicas by Weta Workshop. The last item on this wall, just to the left of the polearm, is Balin's Mace by Weta Workshop. And if you saw my unboxing video of this, you'll notice I still haven't taken the time to fix this, as I opened it and it was already broken. And then finally, the last part of my collection, 4 more Rohirrim swords by United Coloring. The Sword of Theodred, the Sword of Theoden, Haragrim, the Sword of Éomer, Guthwina, and the Sword of Éowyn. And if you're wondering, the light at the bottom is something I designed and 3D printed to help light up these swords. And if you can't tell, I'm really big into RGB lighting, so I have a combination of Philips Hue and Govee to help bring some nice mood lighting to my collection. It also makes it so that I can change up the feeling of the room just by a few voice commands. There's some good in this world, and it's worth fighting for. Set kitchen lights to red. Set kitchen lights to green. Set kitchen lights to white. Do not weep, for not all tears are evil. Alright, so that pretty much concludes the tour of my collection. If you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching. If you're new to my channel, I make all kinds of videos related to The Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, 3D printing, and just tech in general. So if those things interest you, please consider subscribing. If you guys like this video, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the like button. So until next time, bye bye.